Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about how to find the hybridization of the central atom. For this, we have to follow this formula H is equal to half into V plus M minus C plus A, where H is equal to number of the hybridized orbital, V is equal to number of the valence electrons of the central atom, M is equal to number of the monovalent atom surrounding the central atom. Okay, monovalent atoms surrounding the central atom. C equal to charge of the cation, A is equal to charge of the anion. Okay, here I have given some values. Here are the values of number of hybridized orbital. Whenever we find the value of H is equal to 2, then the hybridization will be sp. 2 means 2 orbital. So 2 means 2 orbital, that is 2 orbitals. Start from S always 2 orbitals. So 1 orbital, another orbital, 2 orbital. So when H is equal to 3, that means 3 orbital. So S orbital, another P, another P. So how many orbital now? 1, 2, 3. So sp2. So sp2. So in this way, when it is 4, how many orbital it should be? It should be 4 orbital. So we have how many p orbital? We have p orbital, 3 p orbital. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Sn how many p? 3p. So sp3. So in this way 5 means altogether 5 orbital. And now here d came because there is no 4p. The total number of p is always 3. So 6 sp3d2, 7 sp3d3. Okay, now let us make it clear by taking an example. So say CH4, H is equal to, we are going to calculate H. H is equal to, what was the formula? H is equal to half, okay, V is the number of valence electrons of the central atom. So half valence electrons of the carbon is how much? We know that valence electrons of the carbon is 4. So valence electrons of the carbon is 4. So 4. Now what is the next one? Plus M. M is what? The number of the surrounding. M is what? The number of the surrounding monovalent atoms. So the M is the number of the surrounding atoms that should be monovalent. Okay, so hydrogen is monovalent, so 4. Then minus charge of the cation. Charge of the cation, there is no charge at all, so it is 0. There is no charge at all, anion charge 0. So by calculating we got 4. 4 means how many orbital? It should have 4 orbitals altogether. So sp3, that is 1s and 3p orbital makes sp3. So in this way, let us take another example here, H2. Okay, so hybridized orbital, let us find it. Half V plus M minus C plus A. Half V means number of valence electrons of the central atom. Here the central atom is oxygen. Oxygen has how many valence electron? 6. Okay, M is the surrounding monovalent atom. How many surrounding? 2. So 2. Is there any charge on this H2? No charge at all, no plus, no minus, so it is 0. So it is 0. Whenever cation it is, okay, here it should be cation, we should subtract it, but here since there is no charge at all, so there will be 0, 0. So by calculating we can find the hybridized orbital H is equal to 4. 4 means sp3. Let's take the another one, that is ammonia. Okay, so hybridization is how the formula is here. So half, what is the valence electrons of nitrogen? The valence electrons of nitrogen is 5. How many surrounding monovalent atoms? 3. There is no charge at all, so 0, 0. So by calculating again we got 4, that is sp3. Okay, so the hybridization of the central atom is sp3. Hybridization is always shown by the central atom only, not by the surrounding atoms. Now let us take another one. So what is the formula? H is equal to half, that means what? Valence electrons of the central atom. What is the valence electrons of the central atom of nitrogen? That is 5. Okay, so 5. Then what is the surrounding plus? What is the surrounding atoms here? Hydrogen. How many hydrogens? 4. So 4. Then what is minus? Charge of the cation. Cation means always plus, so minus 1. Then plus anion. Is there any anion here? No anion, so it will be 0. So when we calculate it, we get it. So how much do you get it? 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. So we get 2 4s are 8. So 4, that is sp3 hybridized orbital we get. Okay. Next, H3O positive. Let us see H2. H is equal to, let us find the value of H, half. What is the central atom? Oxygen. What is the valence electrons of oxygen? Valence electrons is always 2.6. So 6 is your valence electron. Plus, how many surrounding? 3 surrounding. Is the what is the charge of the cation? Plus 1. So it is plus, we'll put always minus 1. So is there any charge of the anion? No. So it will be plus 0. So we got again here, what is this? Half into, so 9, so 8, so it is how, so this is also sp3 hybridized orbital. So since it is 4, it is sp3 hybridized orbital. Okay, now let us go for sf6. H is equal to half, right? So what is the valence electrons of sulfur? 6. Plus what is the surrounding? 6. Okay. Is there any charge? No. 0. Is there any anion charge? No. 0. So half into 6 plus 6 is 12. So 2 3s are 6. And 2 6s are, it should be 2 6s are 12. So how many orbital? It should be 6 orbital. S P3 D 2. So this is your hybridized orbital. Now let us take the example of this NO3 minus. So H is equal to half. What is the valence electrons of nitrogen? It is 5. So oxygen is a divalent. So there is no monovalent. So we will take it as 0. There is no monovalent. This is oxygen is divalent. So 0. Is there any charge? Yes. So there is no positive charge. So it will be minus 0. Then charge is there and anion is there, so plus 1. So we got it, half into 6 equal to 3. So this is sp, total it should be how much? sp3, total it should be sp2, total 2 plus 1 3. So how many orbital are mixing here? 3 orbital. So NO3 has sp2 hybridized orbital. Now let's go to the CO3. H is equal to half. What is the valence electrons of carbon? It is 4. How many monovalent? Monovalent means single valency, one valency, but this oxygen is having 3 valency. So we don't have any monovalent, so we'll put as 0. Is there any charge of the cation? No. So we will put 0. Is there any charge of the anion? Yes. How many charge? 2. So we'll put plus 2. So after that we find half into 6. So it is 3. 3 means how many orbital? 3 orbital, which is sp2 hybridization. So in this way we can find the hybridization, okay, of the central atom. So CO2, let us take the example of CO2 now. So H is equal to half. What is the valence electrons of carbon? It is the valence electron is 4. Oxygen is what? Monovalent. So there is no monovalent, but we require monovalent, but this is divalent. So the number, it will be 0 because there is no valent atom, no monovalent atom. Is there any charge? No. Is there any anion charge? No. So your answer is half into 4 is 2. So 2 means how many orbital? 2 orbital S and P. So hybridization is SP. So in this way, by using this formula, we can find out the number of we can find out the hybridization of the central atom. Okay.